Hello, this is the homepage for our music sharing website. It gives us the brief description about what the website is about and its distinct features. So, that some of the features include creating an album, adding songs to it. I can share that album to any other user so they can listen to my songs. Even I can follow other users so that I can hear to their songs and download them to anytime, anywhere. So let's begin. First of all, it gives us the login page. If we already have a user account, then we can use our username and password and log in using them. For now, let's go with a new user account. So I will choose my first name and last name. I would choose a shorter username as I am not gonna type my long name again and again. I will enter my email and password. I'll keep 12345 and submit. So here I am on my dashboard. Firstly, before proceeding, let's check if the user was created in the database. So here I have a users table where I can see all the available users. So here there is a user with username Vardhan with password 12345. So yes, the user was created in the database as well. So let's get back to the dashboard and see what's there. So basically there are four sections over here. First section is for my own albums, second section is for the receiver albums, that is if any other users have shared any albums with me, then they are visible over here. Then third section is for the friends album, if that is if I am following any users, then their albums I will be able to see over here. Fourth section is for the public albums, that is if any user have any public albums, then they will be visible over here. For example, currently there is a username called God, who has a public album named Heaven, so that is visible over here. I can view his album like this, and also I can see that he has only one song which can be played using this music player. So back to the dashboard and let's create an album. I will keep an artist as myself, and album title I will enter live. Genre I will keep retro, and let's choose an audio logo, and I will keep it private. So I have created my album. Let's check if it was done in the database as well. Yes, here I have data for albums. There is a table, so it gives me all the users and who have created how many albums. So I can see that there is a username Vardhan who have created an album with title Life and genre Adventure, which is currently private. So let's see what we can do with this album. Firstly, we can make it public and private using this button. I can also view this album. Currently there are no songs, so let's add one. I would like to add my ringtone itself, so I will choose my audio file and title and submit. So in this album I have successfully added this song. I can play this song using this music player. I can control the volume over here, unmute it. I can increase volume, mute it, unmute it, also download it like this. I can delete it using this button, and also I can share this album. Here in the upper section I can see all the users that are available whom I can share. So I would like to share it to user1 and God, and with the share button I can share it. Also I can search for a username like USE. So yes, there is a user with keyword USE, so I can unshare it with the help of this button, and share them back again like this. Next section is for the songs. Here in this section I can see all the songs that are available currently with their album names. I can play any of them with the help of this music player, and download them too like this. Also I can search for any songs like by entering the keyword. Also by entering the album name I can search like this. And then next section is for the follow users. Here also in the top above section I can see the list of users whom I can follow. So I would like to follow all of them like this. I can also unfollow them. Here also I can search for any username, for example this God. So yes, there is a username called God, and I can unfollow him and follow them back again like this. Next section is for my profile. I can see my user details over here, my number of followers, the users I am following, my private, public, shared and received albums, and also the songs in each of the albums. Also, I can edit my profile from here. In this option I can edit my first name, last name and email. Also I can set a new password. I would like to set a new password 1234, but they have to be same. If they are not, it will give me an error, so let's keep it same. I will choose 1234 and enter. So yes, my password was reset, and let's see if it was updated in the database or not. So in the users table I will check for it. So yes, the username is Vardhan, and now the password is 1234. Yes, so now the dashboard is ready. In the dashboard we can see in the front section that I followed two users, user1 and God. So they have some albums, so I can see their albums too. I can listen to their songs with the help of this music player. Also download them with this option, mute it and unmute it again. Yes, also now here we can see that in the second session that is received albums, there are no albums because none of the users have shared any albums to me yet. Also in my profile there is an option for viewing my followers. In this list is also empty, so let's add some users over here. So let's log out, and I would like user1 to follow Vardhan. So let's log in as user1. Password, as we all know, is user10702 and submit. So we can see that user1 has following albums, that is he has retro and which is currently private. So I want user1 to share this album to Vardhan, so that can be done like this. And here in the received section, here we can see that Vardhan shared his album called Life to user1. So that can be seen in this section. If we don't want to view this over here, we can remove this from here, so it is no longer shared. Also I want user1 to follow Vardhan, so that can be done from this section. So yes, now user1 is following Vardhan. I also have created a username with God, so I also want God to follow Vardhan. So let's do that. Yes, God also has one public profile as mentioned earlier named Heaven. I would like God to follow Vardhan, so that can be done from here. So now let's log out and see if any changes were reflected in Vardhan. So here I will have to log in with my new password. If I choose my old password, then it will give an error. So let's enter 1234, and yes, the login was successful as password was updated. And hence in the received section here I can see that retro which is shared by user1 is visible over here. Again, view his album and all his songs. Also here also, if I don't want to view this, we can remove it from this section. Let's check the follower section, if it was updated. Yes, here I can see that two users, user1 and God, they are following me. I can view their profile too. For like user1 is first name, last name, he has 1 followers, he's following 3 users, and he has so and so albums currently. Also I can see profile for God. For God, his first name is Krishna Yadav, and he has 2 followers, he's following 1 users, and he has a album called Heaven with 1 song in it, and so on. So details are also visible. Now let's go to the dashboard. So now last but not the least, we also have a search box over here. As our dashboard is ready, we can search anything over here. We can search by the album name like retro. So there is a album named retro with keyword ret. We can also search by keyword in genre like SPI. So yes, the album Heaven has a SPI keyword in the spirit, that is its genre, so that can be searched like this. So back to the dashboard. Also, if I want to delete any songs from my own albums, then they can be deleted from this option. So now the album is cleared. Also, if I want to delete my whole album, then it can be deleted from here. Also, if I delete this album, it will not be visible to other users as well. Let's check if that's done or not. Let's log in using user1. Password, as we know, is user10702. And let's see. Yes, in the received albums, the album Life was gone as the owner of the Life, that is the Vardhan. deleted the album, so it's not visible in any of the users. And finally I can log out. I used PHP sessions, so when I logged out the session was destroyed, so now I cannot log in back using the back button. Yes, so let's go back to the home page. And there is also a functionality to give us feedback, so that can be done using this link like this. Here the subject and the email will already be entered. You just have to enter your feedback and that's it. Send it right away. Now let's have a look on the tables that I have created for managing all the data. So as we saw, first table is for the users, to manage all the users. Another table is for the albums. Here I can see that how many albums I have created. There is a username called God, who has an artist Shiva, and his album name title is Heaven. Similarly, there is a username of there is a table for followers, which manages which user is following which one. So here I can see that Vardhan is following user 1 as well as God. Also I have managed a timestamp so that I can keep a record that which user followed which one and at what date and time. Also I have managed a table for shared albums so that I can see who is the owner and receiver of the respective albums. Also in the songs, I have managed a list of songs with their album title in their respective names. So that's it. Thank you.